ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपगणा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणललितां श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, गुरु परंपरा की जय, षड गोस्वामी की जय। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णाप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा and pranam to all the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Panchantam.
So we are
Krishna.
into the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It is a very nice and blissful journey so far. And technically, Bhagavad Gita, all the lessons, whatever we had to be learned, is already been given till the chapter 17. And chapter 18 is more of a summary of whatever we have learned from chapter 1 to chapter 17. Okay, so before getting into chapter 18, let us quickly have a recap of what we learned in chapter 17 and then we move forward. So as usual, please keep the hands raised and devotees, open your notes, keep 1 or 2 points ready. Devotees who have not raised the hand, I will randomly pick them so that we need participation. Okay. Nice to see Aruna Mataji. Aruna Mataji, you can go ahead today. Let's start with your points. All other devotees, please keep some points ready. I'm going to call randomly. Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, understand.
Hari bol.
Prabhuji, you told
Voice is very feeble, Mataji. You need to speak little louder. Come closer to the mic.
now it is okay, Prabhuji?
Little better, Mataji.
Okay,
Little better.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you told about that about our japa. We have to get up at the Brahma Muhurta, but it is a challenge to us. We can't get up.
Yeah.
So how to overcome this? This is the one point. And second point is, whenever we are giving speech to others, our speech should be connected to the spirituality. So we connect through slokas and connectivity should be there. So they should not take in a wrong way. That is the one thing. Second thing. And third one is we have to take the points from the Dhruva Maharaj, that 3 points we can take, that whatever comes, it is our karma, it is our past deeds. Our mother explains, Dhruva Maharaj's mother explains all these 3. And the second one is, third one is surrender to Krishna, and second one is, we should not give back. Means, we should not, means somebody is doing wrong to us, we should not give back. So we always be in the mood
Retaliate,
how to give back.
hurt others.
So these
Okay.
3 points you told and surrender to the Krishna.
Yeah.
And
So
the
three
other
three
and
key
everyone
lessons. Three key lessons received by Dhruva Maharaj. Just wish to repeat for the benefit of all that whoever harms you, still you should not have hatred towards such person. First lesson. Second lesson is to understand whatever that those suffering because of these dealings with different people is because of our own karmas. And what next? Most of us, we take charge, but the lesson what we get from scriptures is to surrender to the supreme will of the Lord. Krishna is the controller, Krishna is the maintainer, and with that, Krishna is the master. With this mood, we have to surrender to the Lord, and Krishna will take care of those situations, those difficult situations one is facing through in their lives. So these are very important three lessons. Thank you very much for bringing that important point, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. And you always will tell about the good dog and bad dog. Whenever our thoughts will be bad, and we should keep back to the bad dog, and we should always be in a good thoughts. Hare
Yes.
Krishna. Thanks, Prabhuji. Thanks.
Yeah. How this has helped me is in our journey, the forces of Maya is so strong. It will, when we are making little progress, it will show us lot of negativity in our life. And we end up thinking, I'm such a bad fallen person. Am I really belong to this? In fact, whenever I was in association of devotees, I was feeling so guilty within that where am I landed up? Am I really qualified to be here? I'm just trying to show off something. This is not me. So all these things was coming and it was troubling a lot. Today, I know that is not me. Whenever such bad thoughts are coming, immediately the consciousness I get to know that this is not me. This is the bad dog which is barking within me. So mentally, I try to beat that bad dog out and try to suffice its desires within. That is what practically I try to do. This is really giving me a lot of courage and confidence to progress in my Krishna consciousness, knowing that these desires, negative, bad desires, this is very natural. It is our conditioning. But we understand that is not we are. That is not going to help us to progress in Krishna consciousness. Yeah, so this way, this lesson what I have learned is extremely helping me. So if you all understand the context of this bad dog and good dog and try to implement in your own day-to-day challenges, activities, it will really help. It is helping me. Yeah, thank you very much, Mataji.
Thanks,
You have taken the charge and hitting all sixes today. All important, very, very key points you have brought in today. Thank you very much. Anything else you wish to add or can we move further? Mataji, Aruna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Other side, other second.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Mataji. Good points. That
Thanks, thanks, Prabhuji.
okay. Who else shall I pick? Jyoti Gupta Mataji. You wish to give
Hare
us some
Krishna
points
Prabhuji.
what you could take from last session.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, no
Hare,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So you have not made any notes, Mataji? Have you
No
made any
Prabhuji.
notes?
No Prabhuji.
Then please take the book right away. Keep the pen ready, Mataji.
Yes,
I
Prabhuji.
have requested all my class participants when you join the class, please don't listen as a news. This is not news reading class. I request you all to keep a note and pen next to you and try to write few points, whatever you feel is a key learning for the day. That will help all of us. This is a common message for all the participants here.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Anybody else who don't have notes, pen next to you? Need time for you to go get the book? It is not going to help. See, our mind is so distracted. Whatever you listen, that moment you get inspired. Yeah. But after 2 hours, it will go out of your mind. Extremely important to make notes and read through before coming into the class. I've told many times we are at the end of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18. If we are not learning now, if we are not implementing now, then when? Who else? Let me give chance to Neha Jindal Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Just give me a second.
Okay.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
Chanda Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes,
Keep the
Prabhuji.
points
Yes.
which is discussed in last session.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
in the last session, chapter 17, I would like to take the last, the end up of the 17th chapter, which is which we talk about the profound knowledge of Om Tat Sat, and that is that key point which I take away for me. So A, A, U, Ma. So this the three syllable, the three sound, it represent A Krishna, U Radha Rani, and M Jiva, the living entity. So the Om Tat Sat is praying to Lord, my action is for your satisfaction. So Krishna is Om, Tat is our action, and Sat is the eternal, which we are praying to Lord, so that whatever the action we do, it will be in the mode of satisfaction for the Ishvara, not for the self-satisfaction. So this was the main key point for me to from the last session, Prabhuji. And the modes of sacrifice, modes of austerities, and modes of charity. These three key points is also a takeaway for me. So in the passion of goodness, goodness, passion, and ignorance. So how it should be our speech, how it will be. If you are doing charity, then the mode, how it will be. So it leads to where. So these all points we talked in detail in the last chapter. So that's it, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So all that we do, it is for the satisfaction of the Lord. Yeah, that should be our mood of doing any sacrifices, austerity, charity, whatever we are doing. It is for the pleasure of the Lord. We are doing as a matter of duty. That is the key lesson we have learned. Thank you very much, Mataji. Neha Jindal Mataji, are you ready now?
Yes, Prabhuji. I'm sorry for the disturbance.
No problem. Speak a little louder, Mataji.
Sure, Prabhuji. We started with 14th shloka.
Yeah.
Like we discussed about the austerities of the body, like keeping the body clean, simple, maintaining celibacy, and non-violence to the body, and worshipping Krishna, Brahmanas, the spiritual masters, and superiors like father and mother. And the example that we discussed was that when we offer Dandat Pranams, we have dust on our forehead. So that is what is austerity of the body, and that dust is uh, very glorious
Good
for the
point.
body.
Your voice is still very feeble, Mataji. Can you come closer to the... If you are attending this class on your mobile, I don't know.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, is it okay now?
Yeah, little better now.
Yes, Prabhuji. Then we discussed the three lessons to Dhruvam by Dhruva Maharaj, and that Mataji already discussed.
Yes.
And then we discussed the austerity of the mind. Like the mind keeps distracting us. Now with the intelligence, we have to control the mind. And the intelligence will come by reading the scriptures. And then the example was good dog, bad dog, as Mataji already told. And 17.17, we discussed that when we use our body to please Krishna, that austerity is in the mode of goodness. The example was doing parikrama for Vrindavan Dham, Mayapur Dham. And Shloka 18, we discussed that austerity performed to show off or to gain respect or to gain honor is in the mode of passion. And Shloka 19, we discussed that austerity is performed out of foolishness or to destroy others is in the mode of ignorance. And the example was Hiranyakashipu. He performed penances out of foolishness and to gain material things, and it was in the mode of passion and in the mode of ignorance as well. And then we discussed charity in the modes, Prabhuji. Like as a matter of duty, when we do charity without having any expectations, that is charity in the mode of goodness. And one more important point was that to whom we are giving charity is very important. And we should be giving charity for spiritual practices. That is like the best form of charity. And then we discussed when we do charity with the mood of getting with the grudging mood or with getting expectations in return or for fruity results, that is in the mode of passion. And when we uh, do this kind of charity like in the mode of passion, and then we discussed about Om Tat Sat. And like Hari Om Tat Sat is that praying, we are praying to Krishna, we are praying that, oh Hari, may this activity be for your satisfaction. And Om Tad Vishnu Param Padam, that is from Rig Veda. And we discussed that Lord's lotus feet is the ultimate perfection. So when we do seva, we attain perfection. And we have to act without any material desires. And we have to do our prescribed duties. Like one more important word was prasaste karmani, that is doing our prescribed duties. And sadbhave sadhu bhavicha, that was also a key word. And when we discussed from Srimad Bhagavatam, Shloka 3.25, that importance of devotee association to achieve this transcendental platform. And then we discussed Omkar and the Lord Vishnu are non-different. And then, as Chanda Mataji told, that O stands for Krishna, U for Radharani, and M for Jiva in their service. And then the last shloka we discussed that sacrifices, austerities, and charities performed without faith are non-permanent and they are useless. So we have to put our faith in Supreme Personality of Godhead when we do charity, austerity, and sacrifices. And then you discussed one more point that was for attentive chanting at our stage. That was bringing back the mind. So that is austerity for us. And when we are not following instructions seriously and we consider our spiritual master an ordinary person, our endeavors become useless and it is non-permanent and useless. And we can rise in our faith, like as it is said, without faith it is useless. So we can rise in our faith by following sadhana properly, doing Mahat Seva, and then we'll get Satam Kripa. So these were the points, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Very nicely, sloka-wise you have summarized. It really very inspiring. So finally you said, when we not take the instructions of the spiritual master seriously, that is again is one of the offense we are doing to the holy name, and we will start losing the taste for Harinam. So if the taste for Harinam is lost, then we lost everything. Yeah. So simple instructions like keeping the book next to you, making notes. I don't say I'm your spiritual master. I'm also learning through this. It is an opportunity given by Namanista Prabhu. Yeah, but whatever I'm trying to speak here, it is not my words. It is as it is coming from the scriptures. Whatever our Siksha Guru has given to me, whatever I've read through Srila Prabhupada books, I've heard Srila Prabhupada, the same as it is I'm trying to bring here. So the instructions are from our Guru Parampara, not from me. So my humble request, you all have already dedicated this time. So make the most of it. My daily prayer when I start my chanting, I pray that chanting in Brahma Muhurta in association of devotee is the highest benediction anybody can get. a jiva can get. This is the highest benediction the Bhagwan Shri Radha Govinda has given us. So my prayer is, help me to make the most of it. Help me to make the most of it by attentive and offenseless chanting. So Sunday morning, you have already dedicated this time, so make the most of it. Make notes, read through again and again, and try to implement some of those in your practical life and start giving this to as many people as possible. So that is Krishna consciousness. Yeah. Thank you very much. So Mataji, you have covered most of the points. So let us move on with our discussion. So here we discussed about food, sacrifices, charity, austerities in different modes. And again, just want to bring back one important point. When we do austerities for Krishna, let's say Krishna Janmashtami, we do fasting till almost midnight. Ekadashi, we do fasting. Appearance day of various acharyas, we do fasting. Many getting up in Brahma Muhurta, all these things. So what are we trying to achieve out of this austerity? I've told many times in class, what are we trying to achieve of these austerities?
To please the Lord, Prabhu.
Please the Lord, yes. That is one of the good answer. What else? Keep coming up with answer. Please don't hold back
Prabhuji, may
trying to give the
I
perfect
speak?
answer. Yes,
Prabhuji, may I
Mataji.
speak?
Yes,
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna,
please.
Prabhuji.
Please.
Prabhuji, if one practices these austerities or wakes up at Brahma Muhurta, does the chanting in the company of other devotees, etc., my personal experience is that it helps reduce the importance of the ego and selfish attitudes within one, and always thinking of oneself, and once thinking of how to please the Lord, the Master, and whether the Lord doesn't need us to do this, but we are doing it for our own self purification
Yeah.
in order to get rid of all the centuries of vices that we have acquired and which we are not even sometimes aware of. So, the ego is the biggest harbinger of all those vices and bad habits and bad thoughts. So, by disciplining ourselves, we are at least trying to get rid of some of that.
Yes,
And
Mataji.
by the change in food and sacrificing, no, not sacrificing, but in a sense, self-sacrifice, in the sense that if you're used to eating some kinds of things and then you stop doing that, then you are curbing your material desire for self-satisfaction, for sense satisfaction, sense gratification. So that is one of the things that helps you get over this, all these very base modes that we are often conditioned by. So basically, I feel that it really helps us to move to a better, to being even a better human being, aside from being a better devotee, Prabhuji. All violent thoughts and all that all go out, and then after a time, nothing makes a difference. Whether somebody has done something, did something, it's okay, fine, be happy and enjoy whatever, and don't get into we should not get into rankling mode with anything. So it helps in the overall self development in a material level, and it helps to achieve a slightly higher level of spiritual understanding who we are and who we are aiming to reach, whose lotus feet are we aiming to reach. The distance between us and can be covered only by adhering to the belief system and the practices that are taught to us by the gurus.
Yes.
That's what I
Thank
learned,
you.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Very important.
Prabhuji,
2 points. Please hold on. Please. Who is that? Somebody else want to talk?
Chandana.
I will give you a chance, Mataji. So, couple of key points from Mataji. Yeah, we are rising above the false ego. The false ego, what is the false ego? That associating ourselves to the body. Yeah. So we are rising through this austerity. One of the key point is we are rising above these bodily demands. Yeah, that is one of the key thing. And secondly, Mataji was telling, even materially helps us to become a better human being. I heard one of the very senior devotees saying, in my endeavors to become a devotee, I forgot to become a human being. So all these practices will make us a better human being and then a devotee for sure. Yeah, by following the instructions. Thank you very much. Very nicely said. So when I say we are able to rise above these bodily demands, then the question comes, somebody who is struggling, let's say somebody is not able to get up because he had a headache. Yeah. Somebody who is suffer, suffering because of some relationship issues, somebody who is struggling because of some some issues with the job, and people saying you are not this body, you are spirit soul. How can such a person connect to this philosophy? Yeah. Somebody who is elevated will understand, I am not this body, I am spirit soul. But somebody who is struggling, how such a person try to understand this? So we need to know that Maya, the forces of Maya is so strong. The Maya itself is not an illusion. Maya is real. Somebody who is struggling, who is having headache, who is having stomach ache, or who is having some issues, both personal, professional life, these are real. These are real issues. We can't run away from that. Yeah. But what the knowledge we get from scriptures, Devi Isha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. So Krishna is himself is telling, material Maya, this is my energy, external energy. It is very difficult. But what is the hope? In the same sloka, Krishna says, one who has taken shelter, one who realize, this is the important message I want to give, one who realize that this is real, but Maya is temporary. Just like seasons, there is a where there is a sunlight, there is a darkness. Where there is a darkness, there is a sunlight as well. So one who realize whatever suffering he is going through, it is temporary. And I am eternal. My service to the Lord is eternal. And this situation will also pass. So I need not have to compromise on my spiritual nourishment because that is eternal. Whatever is happening is temporary. So with that, what should we understand? Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. So whenever we are going through a tough situation, when we are able to tolerate that situation, yeah, when we are able to give respect to others, not expect any respect from others, try to be humble. Through this, we can able to rise above all these difficult situation and fix up in Krishna consciousness. Yeah, this is a very important message I wanted to give. The next couple of things is regarding two things. One is sense enjoyment and material attachments. So these are two things which is keeping us entangled in this material world, continue to put us birth after birth, getting through this vicious cycle of birth and death. So two things, sense enjoyment, material attachment, we discussed. So we have to, how do we overcome these sense enjoying propensities? These are all real. So the best way out, rather than enjoying our own senses, try to bring in Krishna. Do everything for the pleasure of the Lord. And then gradually you start doing all the activities for the pleasure. That is what we understand. Hari Om Tat Sat. And material attachment, one of the key thing is giving away the charities as a matter of duty. I am so happy from my class. So many devotees contacted me when we introduced Sudama Seva. So many have contacted me. Many have taken up these services. My personal experience, it's been 5 years I'm into Krishna consciousness. I've been working for almost 22 years in corporate world. All my life, it was whatever I used to earn, whatever I used to have, I was never satisfied. Yeah. But when I started giving as a matter of duty, then I have seen there is no dearth of whatever I need. It is already been arranged by the mercy of the Lord. The important point to note is this should not be the mode that by giving something to Krishna, Krishna will take care of everything. No, whatever we have, we do it as a matter of duty. While doing this, rest everything is automatically taken care by the Supreme Father. Just like we as a parent, without our kids asking for it, we take care of their well-being. Similarly, Krishna will take care. So what is our duty? So whatever charities we are able to do for spreading the Krishna consciousness message, time, place, circumstances, and the person we will touch upon. It will really help. And Shastras speak, our Guru Parampara speak. Prabhupada says, whatever we do little to Krishna will return in millions of times, is what Krishna says. So this is my personal experience. So thought of sharing with you all. So let us move to the chapter 18. Chanda Mataji, you want to add anything quickly?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, it leads us to find the way to our real home as on and on. Sorry, Prabhuji. On and off due to the Maya, we deviate. Our mind and our senses deviate in the material world. So fasting and sadhana, it is a kind of reminder and it is a kind of shaping to the senses that we have to go back to our real home, and which brings us on the path to move forward towards Lord Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, thank you for those points. Okay, let us now get into chapter 18. So I said it is the summary of all the 17 chapters. It has about 78 shlokas. So generally this chapter may take about 3 sessions based on our discussion and other things. It may slip to the 4th session. I try to cover by 3 sessions. And once this session is done, chapter 18 is done, we will have the closed book exam for module 3, and then we will start a module 4, which I am also looking forward. Nectar of Devotion is something which I learned long back when I did Bhakti Shastri, and I was like most of us in the class. I was not as attentive as I expect my participant, my students to be. I've also gone through all these things. So I am also looking forward to it. So I will also read through it in detail. I will also listen to our acharyas, try to prepare for this session. Lot of efforts goes in this, and I expect the same level of commitment and dedication from all my class students. Everybody should come prepared. Nectar of Devotion is a very, very important and very blissful scripture. It itself is a Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Nectar of devotion is there. Yeah. So I look forward for that. Let us focus on chapter 18. So the point which I wanted to say is, now it may take 3 weeks from now. 3 weeks is 29th today, and then July 16th and 13th. So tentatively 20th July will be your module 3 exam. I have given you advance notice 3 weeks before. So start preparing for your module 3 exams right away. Okay. Good. So as said, there are about almost 11 sections A to K. So starting from Shloka 18.1 to 12, this talks about, this summarizes about the karma yoga we discussed. So as a prescribed duty, we have to renounce the fruits of activities, then renouncing the work. This is one key lesson we have learned. As soon as we come to Krishna consciousness in our early days, first thing we want to do is that Bhakti is everything, Bhakti Yoga is everything. We have to dedicate our life in Bhakti Yoga. We have to leave all our responsibilities. That is the immature way of looking at. So through these lessons, we understand through doing our prescribed duties, we purify. We purify our sense enjoying propensity, material attachment, and to rise to the level of Bhakti Yoga, we need to reach there first. That is our foundation. And then 13 to 18, we understand the 5 factors of action. Any action, generally, we think we are the doer, right? If I get a promotion in my job, I feel that I have done so wonderful job. I got this promotion. We will try to see what are the 5 factors which act on such actions. And then 19 to 40, there is a detailed, again, 3 modes. We all are entangled, right? We discussed at length through various chapters, right? From 14 till 17, in every chapter we discussed on 3 modes. So that we will further discuss in detail. And 41 to 48, we discuss about, touch upon the Varnashrama, how one can purify following their prescribed duty through this Varnashrama system. And then 56 to 66, it is pure bhakti, acting in Krishna consciousness. And 67 to 68, conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. So this is how this chapter is spread out. So the summary, the section A, Arjuna is again inquiring about sannyasa and tyaga. And Krishna defines what is sannyasa and what is tyaga. Okay. We will discuss that in detail. And then Shloka 7 to 12, it talks about renunciation in 3 modes. So renouncing one's prescribed duty is illusion. Somebody renouncing his prescribed duty out of fear and passion is in passion. Somebody renouncing one's prescribed duty out of fear. Some challenging situation in office. First thing we think is, I want to leave this job, dedicate my life more into bhakti. Many of them doing this have fallen down. They have not gone too far. That challenging situation only will give us strength. The false ego, the pride, being humble, all these qualities we strengthen these qualities following our prescribed duties. It could be in office or in our personal life. So somebody renouncing those prescribed duties, he is doing it in passion. Yeah. And then dutifully performing one's prescribed duty. Yeah. As a matter of duty, when somebody does with the detachment. One of the biggest issue with all of us, with our families, we do our duties very well, but there is no detachment. We are so attached. My wife, my children, my parents, my job, my house, and we try to give the best for them. So we are in mode of passion. We are not detached. We are attached. So we have to do our prescribed duties, seeing Krishna in all these relationships without such attachment is mode of goodness. And such renouncers suffer no reaction of such action. Yeah. So let us start with our first sloka. Kalpana Mataji, you can start. Other
Hare
devotees who are reciting sloka, please keep the hands raised.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Arjuna uvacha sannyasasya mahabaho tattvam ichchami veditum tyagasya cha rishikesha pratakkeshi nisudana. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Praveen MS Prabhuji, can you please read this for us?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, sure. Arjuna said, O mighty armed one, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation, Tyaga. I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation and of the renounced order of life, Sannyasa, O killer of the Kesi demon, master of the senses.
Yes.
Hare Krishna,
So the first question here is to understand what is renunciation, purpose of renunciation, Tyaga, and what is sannyasa. So I said, this chapter is summary of all that we have learned till chapter 17. And all the chapters, Krishna talks about the ultimate goal of life. So what is the ultimate goal of life? Going back to Krishna is
back to Godhead.
What is
Service to Lord Prabhuji.
yes, serving the Lord. That is our purpose. Goloka is the destination. When we are serving, this is the journey. We have to enjoy the journey, right? Savai pumsa parodharmo yato bhakti adokshaje ahituki apratiyata yayatma suprasiddhati. Sloka Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.1.26. So I have quoted this multiple times. This is the purpose of life. What is the parama dharma of us is to serve the Lord, serve the devotees of the Lord, serve our Guru Parampara. That is what is going to give us happiness. Yeah. Yayatma suprasiddhati. This soul is happy when you are engaged. You might have practically experienced, right? I'm sure many of you are engaging in various services without any expectation. That the joy and happiness what we get is what is eternal. And how we need to do this devotional service. Ahituki apratiyata. This sloka, every word has such a deep meaning. Ahituki apratiyata. Without any expectation, unconditionally, and without any interruption. Till when we need to do this seva? Till the last breath of this body. And for that, for us to do that, what is important? We have somehow, by the mercy of devotees, have come to Krishna consciousness. 100 people coming into Krishna consciousness, 99 people will go out. Very rarest of rare. Bahunam janmanam ante. This sloka clearly says, very rare, sudurlabam, stays back. So what is the secret of this? How one can stay back in this Krishna consciousness till the last breath? What we need to do, having come into Krishna consciousness?
Devotee association, Prabhuji.
Yes, devotee association. Devotee association. And the most important thing is to take the shelter of our Guru Parampara. Yeah. Guru Parampara, our Gurus are also all pure devotees. Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Maharaj, they are all very, very exalted devotees come here to deliver all of us from this conditioned state. So one of the key thing for us to progress is to take shelter and initiation from Guru Parampara. I am sure from our class, many have already taken initiation. Many have taken shelter of Guru Parampara, have chosen your Gurus and taken shelter. Many may be aspiring to be, and many may not have even thought about it. So this message is for those who have not even thought about it. On your own, it is extremely difficult to overcome the samsara sagara. Yeah. As we have discussed, we are trying to row this big ocean using a small boat on our own strength. If we are getting into a ship which is being driven by our Guru Parampara, guided by Krishna, then we are in a safe hands. So extremely important to take the shelter of Guru Parampara. Tadvidi paripatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshantate jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. By taking shelter of Guru, by offering services to Guru, only then we will be able to progress consistently till the last breath of this birth. Yeah. And the same is being summarized in this entire chapter. So the first 6 chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the summary of the first 6 chapter is in the last sloka of chapter 6. 1 to 6 is the Karma Yoga, in which the last sloka, anybody remember what is the last sloka of chapter 6, 6.47?
Yoginam
Yes,
One who
Buddha.
constantly remembers me, he is
Yes,
considered to be the best of you.
yes, yes. So yoginam api sarvesham matkatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo mataha. So here, among all the yogas, Bhakti Yoga is topmost. So that is an introduction to the Bhakti Yoga. And the next 6 chapter, starting from chapter 9, this is all about pure devotional service, its nature, activities were discussed. And the last 6 chapter, the Jnana Yoga section, discuss about the knowledge, renunciation, the activities of material modes of nature, and the transcendental nature. And then finally, again it ends up, everything will ends up to devotional service. And chapter 17, as we discussed, it concluded by saying Hari Om Tat Sat. That is all our activities for the pleasure of the Lord. And the purpose of life is to renounce from our material entanglement and attain self-realization. So when we say attain self-realization, what is that we are trying to understand out of this? What is self-realization?
Self-realization
To
is
understand our
deciding the God.
position,
Yes. So to understand the constitutional position, Atato Brahma Jignasa, constitutional position of the Supreme Lord, who the Supreme Lord is, there is so much of confusion. Now we are clear. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I wish to share one very good example during the day, during this week, which has happened. I went to a customer meeting with one of my colleague. His name is Loganathan. Anyway, I'm recording this. No problem. I asked him, he is a MTech graduate, very, very good experienced person and well-to-do. I asked him, what is the meaning of Loganathan? Anybody from this South India? I don't know. I really don't know where all you belong to. So he said that Loganathan, I never thought about it. This is the name given by my parents, and Loganathan is my name. Then I told him, Loganathan is the Lord of the universe. Okay. And this happened just 2 days back. So Jagannath Puri Yatra is so famous, right? So I asked him, do you know Jagannath, Puri Jagannath, you know? He said yes. I felt okay, fine. At least he don't know his own name, but at least he knows Puri Jagannath. Immediately he says he is a very famous director in Telugu movie industry. Any comments?
that is his world.
You can understand my situation.
Yes.
Yeah. This is what society is all about today. This is what the modern education is all about today. Somebody so highly qualified do not know who the Jagannath is, or who am I, what is my purpose. Finally, I gave him 10 minutes of nice talk, and I told him I'll enroll you to the next level 1 Gita class, which is happening online. He's so happy to join. Okay, so the point, coming back to Atato Brahma Jignasa, realization of our constitutional position is so important. Let us now move to the next sloka quickly. Shanti Sudesh Mataji, you want to take this sloka?
Yes. Shloka number 2. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Kamyanam Karmanam Nyasam Sannyasam Kavayo Viduhu Sarva Karma Phalatyagam Prahustyagam Vichakshanaha. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Praveen K. Prabhuji, you please read this.
Hare Krishna. The Supreme Lord said, to give up the results of all activities is called renunciation, tyaga, by the wise. And that state is called the renounced order of life, sannyasa, by the great learned man, Hare Krishna.
Yes. So here the Lord is giving the definition for the tyaga and sannyasa. It says to give up the result of all the activities is called renunciation, not leaving the activity itself. Yeah. And then the state is called somebody who is in this state is called the sannyasa. That is the real that is the real meaning of what is tyaga and sannyasa. So the performance of activity for results to be given up. Yeah, performing the activity for the results to be given up. Not the activity is the key instruction from Bhagavad-Gita. And when we do our prescribed duty, sometimes we get success, sometimes we fail, but everything to the Lord. We don't get overjoyed by the success, nor get distressed or get into depression in failure. So this is the steady state, Sthitadhira state. So any activities leading to spiritual advancement are not to be given up. And as said, our prescribed duty is the way to purify our impurities. People may be doing a lot of sacrifices for material happiness and prosperity. Such activity to be stopped. So when we talk about the sacrifice, again, I just want to touch upon what is the sacrifice prescribed in Kali Yuga.
Harinama Sankirtan.
Yes. Harer Nama, Harer Nameva Kevalam. Kalau nasteva gatiranyata. Why this 3 times it is being repeated? What is the significance? Says Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama. He is giving so much of importance to the holy names. Yeah, that is there. But what is the essence out of this? Having learnt 17 chapters. I have told this in one of the class, I believe. What is the significance of these three times Chaitanya Mahaprabhu repeating this?
To engage body, mind, and soul, Prabhu.
Good try, but that is not the specific answer I'm looking at. Some
He is emphasizing the importance of confirm.
Sorry?
To emphasize the importance, Prabhuji.
Importance of what, Mataji? Importance, that is anyway. Importance of Harer Nam. It is, yes. It is correct answer. That is what we learnt in level 1. We are in level 3, level Bhakti Shastri now. So what is this 3? And especially we are in chapter 18.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
emphasizing Prabhuji.
Yes, emphasizing is the right answer. But what is this 3 times? I already gave the clue.
Prabhuji, it is like
Having completed 17 chapters, I gave the clue. Having
Om.
completed 17 chapters.
As
We are in 18
we say
chapter.
Om Shanti 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 3 times, at the same, the significance is that Adi Devik, Adi Bhaudik, and Adhyatmik. All the 3
No,
words.
no,
No.
no, Mataji.
Prabhuji, is it a reminder for us?
Sorry?
Prabhuji, there
Okay,
is no other way,
I
no
will
other
come to
way, no
the,
other
I will come to the answer. Please make note of this. The hint I gave you is all through 17 chapters, we learned Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Astanga Yoga. Finally, what is the message we are getting? Sarva dharmam parityajya mamekam sharanam raja ham tam sarva papebhyo moksha swami mashuchaha. So all these 3, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Astanga Yoga, is not going to help. Finally, the surrender, the devotional service, the Bhakti Yoga is what take us further. These are all stepping stones. Yes, is it required? Definitely it is required. That is where we are. We have still not reached Bhakti Yoga stage. Karma Yoga is required. That is what we said. We have to do our prescribed duties. But finally, we have to rise to a stage from Karma Yoga to Jnana Yoga to Ashtanga Yoga. Finally, the ultimate is Bhakti Yoga. That is the significance of this 3, is what I have learned from one of my Siksha Gurus. Okay. Now, let us move further. Madhura Manashiganga Mataji, you want to recite this sloka?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Tajyam dosha vad iti ke karma prahurmanishinaha yajna dana tapa karma natyajyam iti chapare.
Thank you, Mataji. Suraj Prabhuji, you want to read the translation for us?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Some learned man declare that all kinds of fruitive activities should be given up. But there are yet other sages who maintain that acts of sacrifice, charity, and penances should never be aborted. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So, some say we have to leave some activities. Some say the acts of sacrifice, charity, penance should never be given up. When we talk about sacrifice, some say animal sacrifice is not recommended. Some counter argue in Vedas. It is mentioned animal sacrifices are prescribed. Those days, the animal sacrifices were done, and sometimes the animal which is sacrificed will get a human form. So many things are there. So further this sloka, we get more clarity what kind of acts of sacrifice, charity, penance should never be given up. Chanda Mataji, you want to recite this sloka for us?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Chapter 18, shloka number 4. निश्चयं शृणुते तत्मे तत्र त्यागे भरतस्तनं त्यागो हि पुरुष व्याघ्र त्रिविधः संप्रकृति ततः.
Recited 18.5 Mataji or 18.4 you recited?
4 Prabhuji.
Yeah, recite 18.5 Mataji. Because of
I did
long
not see the
chapter,
screen, Prabhuji.
you are not able to see the screen.
No, I can see, but I can't read from the screen, so I'm reading from the book.
Okay, 18.5 you read, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. यज्ञदान तपः कर्म न त्याज्यं कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञोदानं तपश्चैव पावनानि मनीषिणाम्. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Manashi Mitra Mataji, you want to read the translation for us?
Yes, Prabhuji. Acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance are not to be given up, but should be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity, and penance purify even the great souls.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
So, here what we understand is the acts of sacrifice, charity, penance purify even great souls. What are those ceremony activities, sacrifices? Yeah. For example, the marriage ceremony. Let us say somebody who has taken sannyasa, he has nothing to do with the worldly orders of activities, right? Is it okay for such person to perform a marriage ceremony? So here Krishna says such purificatory process should not be given up. So as per Varnashrama Dharma system, it is clearly given the person who is not so elevated, the person who is in the lower order of the system can always marry by following Vivaha Yagna. So such sacrifices, it should not be given up. That is going to help one progress spiritually. If not of this marriage ceremony was there, we can imagine there could have been so much of disturbances in the society, isn't it? That regulates one. And that is a very importance of having any sense enjoyment within the marriage system, not outside. The second talks about the charity. Shlokas chapter 17.20. दातव्यम इति यद्दानं दीयते नुपकारिणे देशे च काले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृतम्. So charity given out of duty without any expectation of returns and at the proper time, proper place and to the worthy person is charity in mode of goodness. So such charity should not be given up. So we have discussed enough about this, and there are so many SEVA opportunities. We can continue to do charity. If one is not doing charity, then what happens? Again, there is a beautiful reference from Shloka chapter 2.44, which says, Bhogaishwaryascha prasaktanam taya pahata chetasa vyavasayatmika buddhi samadho na vidyate. So one who is too attached to his material opulence, who is not giving out charity, such a person can never be determined in progressing in their devotional service. The mind is so strong, we are so attached, we have so many necessities, but still if somebody can make little contribution out of that, knowing that we are just the caretaker of that, that is our purification. Krishna don't need our money. We have told Krishna is the Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. Koti Lakshmis are serving. This again is one more realization for me. The money is none other than Lakshmi. What is Lakshmi doing? Any answers? Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. And what is Lakshmi doing?
Serving the lotus
Serving
Serving the lotus feet of the Lord. Pada Sevanam of the Lord. Lakshmi is serving the Lord. So the money what we have is not for our sense enjoyment. If we are trying to only satisfy our needs with the Lakshmi what we have received, it is like adding fuel to the fire. It is adding fuel to the fire. That need will never satisfy. But if we are engaging this Lakshmi, what we have in the service of the Lord. Lakshmi is Chanchala, she keeps hopping. If the Lakshmi, what we have, is not utilized in service of the Lord, very soon she will leave us. So those who want to continue to the material opulence, so both sides I am giving. We have to do it as a duty without any expectation, but many of us have not rise to that level. So for those people, if you want to continue to hold on to your opulence, then utilize those opulence in service of the Lord. Only then the Lakshmi who is there with you is always happy, and she knows that she is in a safe hand. You will not utilize for your own sense enjoyments. You will utilize in service of the Lord, so she will stay with you. This is again a very important realization. Please make a note in your books. Next, let us move to the next sloka. Santoshi Bopana Mataji, can you please take up?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Little louder, Mataji.
एतान्यपि तु कर्माणि संगम त्याक्त्वा फलानि च कर्तव्यानीति मे पार्थ निश्चिन्तं मतमत्तमम्. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes. Who else? Karuna PB Mataji. Can you please read
Krishna
this?
Prabhuji. All these activities should be performed without any expectation of result. They should be performed as a matter of duty, O son of Pratap. This is my final opinion. Thank you.
Yes.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So, all those activities which is helping us to progress spiritually should not be given up and to be done as a matter of duty. This is the final opinion of the Lord. Yeah, we have to be very clear. All those sacrifices which are meant for material advancement to be given up, all those sacrifices which is helping us to progress spiritually should be not given up. That is what Srimad Bhagavatam also says. All those activities which lead to devotional service to the Lord should be accepted. And in the process, devotee have to accept all the kind of work, sacrifices, charity, which will help him to discharge his devotional service. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion, 1.2.255 sloka. Anasaktasya vishayam yataram upayunjato nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yukta vairagya uchyate. What is yukta vairagya? Yeah, there is markata vairagya and yukta vairagya. So what is yukta vairagya we have discussed in the class? Anybody?
To
add?
engage,
Accepting what is favorable and rejecting what is unfavorable for devotional service. That
Yes.
is Yukta Vairagya.
Rejecting what is favorable to devotional service. I didn't understand. Accepting everything which is favorable to devotional service.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And rejecting
And
everything.
rejecting which is not favorable.
Yes. Yes, that is the right answer. Thank you. Let us move to the next sloka. Padmini K. Mataji, you want to read this?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes. नियतस्य तु सन्न्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागः तामसः परिकीर्तितः. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Jyoti Gupta Mataji, can you please read this for us?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prescribed duties should never be renounced. If one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusion, such renunciation is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So, the activities for material advancement to be renounced, activity for spiritual advancement should continue. This is the clear message. it is said that sannyasis cannot cook for themselves, whereas he can cook for the Lord. Sannyasis can perform Vivaha Yagna, we discussed. That is for the spiritual advancement of his disciples. If one renounce such activities, it should be understood that one is renouncing in the mode of darkness, in the ignorance. So, our prescribed duties based on our Varnashrama Dharma, Varnashrama systems, we should continue. Whatever is prescribed to us, we should continue. There is 18.8 shloka here. Jyoti Gupta Mataji, you want to continue that? Anyone who gives up. Right hand side in the image, there is a mention here.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prescribed duty should not. Is it the same one? No.
Yes,
Yes.
18.8 Mataji. In the image, you can see.
In the image, yes, I can see Prabhuji.
Yeah, anyone who.
Someone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort is said to have renounced in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is one of the key application for all of us. If we are going through a tough situation in our work, first thing, changing job is okay. It is important at certain time when the situation is very bad. Changing job is okay, but somebody who is renouncing his duties and thinking that I will dedicate my life in expanding the Krishna consciousness movement is renouncing in mode of passion. We all have responsibilities as grihasthas. We all have responsibilities towards our spouse, our children, our family. So a proper planning is required. And when you rise to a stage where you don't have to work for money, you work for your passion, not this mode of passion. The passion, what is my passion can be different for you. So such is the time somebody has to look at leaving the job. Similarly, the relationships, it is applicable everywhere. Yeah, so Sloka 18.7 discussed about how one renounces based on illusion, ignorance, and 18.8 out of fear and difficulties one is renouncing is in passion, mode of passion. 18.9, one who is renouncing as a matter of duty, that is mode of goodness. Yes. Next two shloka, 18.10 and 18.12 is on the screen. Whom shall I choose? Taruni Preeti Mataji, you want to read from the screen?
Yes, Prabhupada.
Yeah, 18.10, 18.12 is here.
Prabhuji, shloka.
Yeah, you can go ahead reading the translation, Mataji. It is such a long chapter. If we go through each shloka, it will take at least 4-5 sessions. You can
For
read.
one who is not renounced, the threefold fruits of the action desirable, undesirable, and mixed accrue after death. But those who are in the renounced order of life have no such results to suffer or enjoy.
Yes. And also there is 18.10 shloka, Mataji.
18.10. The intelligent renouncer, situated in the mode of goodness, neither hateful of inauspicious work nor attached to the auspicious work, has no doubts about the work.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. So one of the key thing we are again getting out of this is that never give up the work. Rather, give up the fruits of the work to the Lord. That is a true renunciation. That is, such a person is a true sannyasi. Yeah, it is clearly outlined here that renounce the fruits of work, and for what purpose fruits should be renounced. We need to be clear. As a matter of duty, we need to surrender all our fruits of work to the Lord. And 18.2, a person in Krishna consciousness or in mode of goodness does not hate anybody. Previously, we discussed about what kind of work we need to renounce. Here, in 18.2, he says that he do not hate anyone or anything which is troubling to his body. Such person is situated in transcendence and should be understood as most intelligent. Let us discuss more as we progress further. So here, one who is in mode of goodness neither hate auspicious or inauspicious things. He sees only whatever is yukta vairagya, whatever is to be utilized in service of the Lord, he will accept. Whatever it is not, he will reject. He will not rejoice nor hate anybody. And he has no doubt about what kind of work he is expected to do. His prescribed duty, he has no doubt about his prescribed duty. So now let us move to section B quickly. Another 15 minutes like to try to cover at least till 20-22 shlokas. Action directed by the soul, super soul being freedom from the reaction. So what kind of actions is free from the reactions is what we are trying to understand here. So 13 to 15, the causes of all right and wrong action we will discuss. And then 5 factors of those actions, what all comprise of any particular action: the body, the doer, the senses, the karanam, efforts, and super soul. So these are the 5 factors for any work. Not knowing this, somebody thinks he is the doer, is the biggest fool, is what Prabhupada says. And acting under the directions of the supreme soul within, one is not affected by the reactions of his action. So there is a reference from Bhagavadgita 3.27. Prakrite kriya karmani gunai karmani sarvasa ahankara vibhuttatma kartavam iti manyate. So this says the spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself to be the doer of the activity and that are in actuality carried out by the 3 modes. In fact, we discussed who are the 3 doers: the jiva, material nature, and the super soul. So this we will further discuss. The point is, one who thinks he is the doer is the biggest fool, is what we understand. Let us go back to Kalpana Mataji. Can you please read this sloka? These 2 slokas.
Hare Krishna. Panchaitani mahabaho karanani nibodhame सांख्ये कृतान्ते प्रोक्तानि सिद्धये सर्वकर्मणाम् अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता करणं च पृथक्विधं विविधाश्च पृथक् चेष्टा दैवं चैवात्र पंचमम्. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Shweta Mataji, can you please read this for us? Shweta Mataji or Shravani Ji Mataji. Anybody can unmute.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, may.
Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
O mighty armed Arjuna, learn from me of the 5 factors which bring about the accomplishment of all action. These are declared in Sankhya philosophy to be the place of action, the performer, the senses, the endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. So, what are those actions? What are those actions which doesn't have reaction? What is it is called as? We discussed karma yoga at length. What are the different types of karma and what is the karma which has no reaction?
Akarma, bro.
Yes,
Nishkarma.
akarma. Akarma. So karma, vikarma, and akarma. Right? So Bhagavad Gita 15.15, your OBA question. Sarvasya chaham ridhi sannivisto matasmritir jnanam apohanam cha. Vedescha sarver aham eva vedyo vedanta krit veda vid eva chaham. So Krishna as Paramatma is guiding us all the actions. When we follow those actions, when we follow those actions, there is no karma reaction for it. When we act by the forces of Maya, then we are entangling. So how do we differentiate? How do we know whether it is Paramatma guiding or Maya guiding us? What is the barometer?
Whether it's pleasing Krishna or Guru
Sorry,
Parampara.
little louder, Mataji. It's a very important point. Who is speaking? Who is speaking?
Neha Prabhuji.
Neha Mataji. Yeah, please, little louder, Mataji. Your voice is very feeble.
I'm saying that we can differentiate if by asking the question whether the action will please Krishna and Guru Parampara or it will please my own senses.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Good, you remember this. Any actions, it may be difficult to us, but if we do it for Krishna, pleasure of Krishna, by following the instructions of Guru Parampara, when we tick these three things, whether it pleases Krishna, is it in line to the instructions of my Guru Parampara? Is it helping me to progress in my Krishna consciousness? That is what Paramatma within is guiding us. If we skip sadhana, not able to wake up in the morning, it is trying to satisfy our senses. Yes, extreme cases when you are absolutely not well, not able to wake up, it is fine. But 15 days in a month, if you are not well, then you immediately need some medical attention. You are not consulting the doctor and continuing to fight this, then there is something really wrong with your mind. Let us move to the next two slokas. Neha Mataji, you can please read these two slokas.
शरीरवान् मनोभिर्यत् कर्म प्रारब्धे नरः नयनं वा विपरीतं वा पञ्चते तस्य हेतवा तत्दैवं सति कर्तारम् आत्मनां केवलं तु यः पश्यति अकृतबुद्धित्वान् न स पश्यति दुर्मतिः.
Thank you, Mataji. So this talks about the five thing which will involve any action. So Devika Gupta Mataji, you want to unmute and
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
yes, Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji.
Prabhuji, just the 18.16, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, 18.15 and 18.16 you can.
Shariravan manobhirayat karma prabha.
No, it is already been. Neha Mataji already recited the sloka. You can read the translation, Mataji.
Translation, yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji. Whatever right or wrong action a man performs by body, mind, or speech is caused by these five factors. Therefore, one who thinks himself the only doer, not considering the five factors, is certainly not very intelligent and cannot see things as they are. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So here the five factors: the place of action, body, performer, the soul, various senses, and endeavors for that action, and finally the super soul. All these five constitute, and then talks about the right action and the wrong action. We discussed in detail, right? The right and wrong, these words are very significant in this. So the right actions are those which are in line to the scriptures, in line to what we received from Sadhu, Shastra, Guru, and which is helping us to rise in our Krishna consciousness. And more importantly, our service attitude. Yeah, so these are the five things. Let us move on. We discussed. Then. So quickly, let us touch upon the section C. Modes control all the activities. It's a big, almost 19 to 40 sloka. It is so important. Why? Bhagavad-Gita 17.14, I keep repeating this. Devi Shagunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya Mam Evaye Prapadyante Mayam Eta Tarantite. Why I keep repeating? This is the way I keep remembering my slokas. Yeah, this is a secret for all of you as you complete your Bhakti Shastri, take up some preaching thing. Repeating this sloka will help you a lot. Yeah, and it is also a context to this. I also told during this class, Maya is real, but it is temporary. Maya is very difficult to overcome, but one who is surrendered to the Lord, he will easily cross over beyond that, is the message. So let us discuss this. Padmini Mataji, you can recite these 3 slokas.
Yes, Prabhuji. सर्वभूतेषु येनैकं भावमव्ययमीक्षते अविभक्तं विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि सात्विकम्. That knowledge by which
No.
one undivided
English
only
translation will be Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay.
English translation will give chance to those who have not participated.
Okay, shall I read all the 3?
Yeah, slokas you can read, Mataji.
Yeah. पृथक्त्वेन तु यज्ञानं नानाभावान् पृथग्विधान् वेत्ति सर्वेषु भूतेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि राजसं.
Yeah, just hold on for a minute, Mataji. Any devotees raise the hand. Madhuri Manashi Mataji, have you recited the sloka today?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, continue Mataji then. Okay, Tarani Preeti Mataji want to recite the sloka. Okay, let us give her chance. 18.22. You want to recite Mataji? Tarani Preeti Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, please.
Yes. यत्तु कृत्स्नवद् एकस्मिन् कार्ये शक्तम् अहेतुकम् अतद्वर्थावद् अल्पं च तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So those devotees who have not participated, I see I have not called out Akshita Reddy Mataji, Aryan Prabhu. So you can take the chance. Shravani Mataji, Shweta Mataji. Any of you can. One sloka you can recite translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Tanvat Pranam Prabhuji. Prabhu, shall I recite the translation?
Yes. One sloka you can read and we'll give chance to others who have not got the chance.
Prabhuji, sloka or translation?
The
Prabhuji?
translation, Mataji. 18.20 you can read the translation.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. 18.20. That knowledge by which one undivided spiritual nature is seen in all existence, undivided in the divided, is knowledge in the mode of goodness. Thank you,
Thank you, Mataji. Who else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, please go ahead.
That knowledge by which a different type of living entity is seen to be dwelling in different bodies is knowledge in the mode of passion. Thank you, Prabhu.
Last sloka for the day. Who is taking?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Go ahead, Prabhu.
And that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as the all in all, without knowledge of the truth, and which is very meager, is said to be in the mode of darkness. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. So, chapter 14, we have discussed in detail about material modes of nature. Very elaborately it is described. So, what comes to our mind when we talk about mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance? What is the top things which will come to our mind? What is mode of goodness?
The mode of goodness is one which nourishes our body and soul, Prabhuji, which helps
Nourishes
us
our body
advance
and soul.
spiritually.
Okay, helps us. Yes, that's a platform. At least we have to rise. Okay, what more?
A person who has knowledge and is in goodness.
Yes, yes.
First.
Mode of goodness is knowledge and illumination. Okay. What is mode of passion, mode of ignorance? Please participate. We need to conclude this topic today.
Mode
It is
of passion is somebody who is always striving for more, wants more and
Yes.
more and more,
Yes.
never satisfied.
Yes, never satisfied. Extremely sense-enjoying propensities and materialistic mindset. More and more. Both sense enjoyment as well as materialistic attachments. That is mode of passion. What is mode of ignorance?
One who is in illusion,
Yes.
laziness.
Illusion, laziness, darkness. Yes. Okay, good. Good recap. So 18.20 is such a person who sees the spirit soul, sees every living entity as a spirit soul, who sees Paramatma within that living entity, irrespective if the person is a demigod, human being, animal, bird, everywhere he sees, everything he sees as a spirit soul. Pandita Samadarshinaha. So such person is in mode of such knowledge. A person having such knowledge is in mode of goodness. The mode of passion is a person who always differentiate. Yeah, with lot of false ego. I am an Indian. He is a American. I'm Hindu. He's a Christian. Yeah, such a person is mode of passion. One who thinks that this body, I am this body, and with the death of my body, the destruction of this body, the consciousness is also gone. There is no life after death. There is no soul. Such person are more knowledge in mode of passion. And the knowledge of a common man, most of us are in this category. Yeah, who are living in the complete mode of ignorance, who doesn't know the purpose, who doesn't know his constitutional position. Janmana jayate shudra. So it is said that we are all born shudras. We have to get the qualification, Brahminical qualification, by our activities in Krishna consciousness. Today's society, they get this qualification based on birth. That is not the right way, is what we understand from the scriptures. Everybody, why it is called everybody are in the mode of ignorance? Yeah, because the common man is living like animals. What is the difference between us and them? Their consciousness is all to secure ahara, nidra, bhaya, maitunam cha. Right? Even animal, they are living to eat, sleep, and defending what they have and mating. We have to rise above this. And we realize Atato Brahma Jignasa. We are not this body, we are the spirit soul. We have higher purpose. The knowledge concerning the spirit is mode of goodness. Knowledge producing many theories, the mental speculations, trying to do everything for his bodily comforts is mode of passion. And the knowledge is not bothered is the distress to the society, neither good for him to the society. Such person is in mode of ignorance. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you for your patient listening.
Thank you,
We'll end our
Prabhuji. It's been
session
wonderful
here.
class. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam. So any key realization, any quick questions we can take, and we will end this session. Hari Bol.
Prabhuji, may I share?
Yes, Mataji, please, Mataji.
Just that these three modes of nature are all the time present in us. And very often when we start an action with the mode of, not ignorance, but passion, that even doing some charity or doing anything is oh, I feel so good after that. I will tell 10 people. Although it's very small, but still I will tell 10 people. And then I realized there's no significance to this. You're doing it for your own purification, not to benefit anybody else.
Yes.
Then it comes that, okay, it is my sacrifice is at the feet of the Lord. If he accepts it, then it is legitimate. If it's not, then he will not accept it. So that humility comes from, I think, the mode of goodness that may come in for a moment in our minds. But our minds keep moving between these two, passion and goodness. And often one's behavior is also dictated by that. You do something that you really regret very badly, and then you have a mode of goodness when you want to make amends. You want to make the other person not feel hurt, not feel bad, by making amends, by being humble, and by trying to do something that may help. It's not sacrifice, it's not charity, but it's just that crushing of the ego and doing something that can uplift you for a minute.
Yes.
So probably we are all going, we at least I keep going through these modes, at least between passion and goodness. Very often by passion and sometimes by goodness. Yeah, probably. So we all pray to the same thing.
Yes, Mataji,
And
we're all struggling with that conditioning. In fact, last class I told 10 rupees we give to the beggar. Somewhere in settlement, at least we expect one thank you from him.
yeah, very
The,
true, probably.
the
Yes.
moment we are expecting something in return, that is not the charity in goodness, not charity as matter of duty. Okay. So
Yes.
we
And probably another
we have
thing.
still not rise to that level. We are
Yeah.
rising to that level. Yeah, we are not pure devotees. We are progressing to be a devotee someday.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for that realization. The entire 1.5 hour I speak is for you to learn. The last 2-3 minutes, this realization when I get, it is for me to learn. Okay, so any such realization, please feel free. Else we'll end our session. Anybody wish to add anything? Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Okay, then.
Prabhuji, I have a question, Prabhuji.
Yes,
I have one. Prabhuji, why actually these mushrooms and all they will avoid, Prabhuji?
Mushroom is considered as food in Tamoguna, Mataji. That is why it is avoided.
Okay. Means is there any reason behind that, Prabhuji?
Tamasic foods, Mataji. Now, for example, meat, all these things are all tamasic. We have discussed how it affect our consciousness by eating tamasic in our previous chapter, right?
Yeah, yes,
So
yes.
it is
Yes,
not
Prabhuji.
going to, it increases the lethargic. The tamoguna is ignorance, lethargy, procrastination. These are the qualities which will imbibe by eating such food. Our consciousness will drop.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, recording is still on. If you can just remove that, I have a question.
Yes, Mataji. Sorry,
I hope the recording is not there. The recording is still
okay.
on.
Yes, recording will still on. Let me stop the recording.